What's going on with your YouTube? It's your boy Top Deck TJ here, and I'm bringing you a Mannadium deck profile. Now, I'm super excited to be bringing this list to you guys because as this video is uploaded, Dune is legal, which means that you can go and build this deck and play it for yourself, which makes me super happy. But let's go ahead and jump right on in. First off, I am starting with 2 Visa Starfrost. I do not feel like you need 3 with how searchable it is, but it is the heart and soul of the deck, and it allows you to summon things like Visa Astroloud or any level Synchro 10, even a Synchro 8. It allows you to summon back Lightheart from the graveyard. It is literally Fallen Albaz, but for Mannadium. Then I play 3 copies of Heart. Heart is the best searcher in the deck, hands down. It searches you Imaginings, it searches you Obsession, it searches you any of the spheres, and it searches you the counter trap as well. Then for the spheres, I'm playing 3 Meat, 2 Torrid, and 2 Fearless. I feel like this is the best ratio that you can play because as good as Torrid is, I don't feel like you need to max out on it because I'd rather have 3 copies of Meek over 3 copies of Fearless entirely. And with Torrid, you technically have like 5 copies of Meek because when you destroy the Torrid, you summon the Meek, and then the Visage Astrolabe can destroy the Meek, which then gives you another Meek and itself back if you have the field spell, which is just insane. Speaking of Calarium, I played 3 copies of it. I also played 2 copies of Obsidian, which means that I can almost guarantee I'm going to see Calarium every game because I essentially play 5 copies of it, and I get to destroy a monster, which gives me even more advantage, so there's no need for like terraforming, but you could if you really want to see it. I play 1 Imagings, 1 Reinforcement, and 1 Framing. The reason I decided to play the Imagings is because if I really do search enough, sometimes there's not another card to search, so drawing some cards, if I've already gotten deep in my combo and I know they don't have Ash, there's no reason not to. It also allows you to turn one of your level 4 monsters into a tuner, so in case you have both of them on field, you can still access level 8 synchros, which I think is really neat. Moving on to the Scareclaw engine, I played 3 Kashtira Fenrir, 1 Scareclaw Kashtira, 2 Reichardt, 2 Arrival, and 1 Reichphobia. The reason why I actually made this package a little bit bigger than normal is because honestly, sometimes summoning Fenrir into the Scareclaw Kashtira allows you to use your Visa Astrolabe. Allows you to use your Visa Starfrost for other plays, which means that you can essentially make the Lightheart without dedicating your Visas to anything else and can continue to play for almost even more free. Then the reason I chose to play 2 Arrival instead of just 1 is because even though that you get to search a copy guaranteed almost on your first play, sometimes having that second copy as a draw can be really good because summoning back the Visas and then making even more plays is a total game-breaking thing. But I know it could be on a little bit more of an expensive side, so I totally understand if most players are unable to play this, but I am choosing to play the Bystial package. I am playing 2 Magnahut, 3 Lubellion, 1 Druid's Worm, 1 Serenir, 1 Regained, and 1 Beast. Something I've thought about entirely is bumping up Serenir to 3, because Serenir is really good. Serenir allows you to see that Lubellion in graveyard, but it also allows you to see the Regained in graveyard if you're able to get the Beast on field already, which means that you get Beast and Regained for free. Other than that, the Bystial package not only gives you a lot of interruptions, but it also allows you to kind of control the matchup because now you have Beast and Regained giving you even more advantage. While you still play Bystial Dispater, Regained can summon back your Dispater, so there's that too. And lastly, I'm playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 3 copies of Assault Synchron, and 1 Foolish Burial. The Ash Blossom is just because hand traps, you're going to draw a couple of times, so you might as well try to draw into something. The Assault Synchron is another level 2 tuner, or just an extender to be able to make link plays, but it allows you to do a lot. You can also summon back your Dispater with it, or Excel Synchron, or whatever Dragon Synchro you might have tributed at the time. So it can be really synergizing with this deck, especially if you tribute Dispater with Lubellion, and then you can activate Assault Synchron to summon back the Dispater, which just is kind of broken. The Foolish is just to guarantee that I do see the Lubellion in the graveyard, but if I up the Sereners to 3, I would probably take out the Foolish Burial, as I won't really need it much more because I'll have stuff like Magna Hut or Serener to guarantee I can at least see the Lubellion, which means I wouldn't need the Foolish Burial. Now for the extra deck, I'm playing 1 copy of Scareclaw Lightheart, 1 copy of Cross Sheep, and 1 copy of Apollosa the Bow Goddess. Apollosa, Cross Sheep, and Lightheart are pretty much standard, so I can't really say anything about why I play these. Most people play them already. This is a free summon and free attack game. This turns on an entire engine, and this under Chaos Angel just says that your opponent doesn't really get to do much, because even if they try to battle over this, it stays. Moving on, I'm playing 1 Excel Synchro, 1 Stardust, 1 Crystal Wing, and 1 Visas Aramatara for my Synchro 8s. The Crystal Wing is because Crimson Dragon can just target any one of these 8s and then summon it out. The Visas is for obvious reasons. It is a search and allows you to essentially link into Lightheart or even summon Lightheart back, but it's also a level 8 tuner, which means that with a level 4 you can make Crimson Dragon or another 12. And then the Assault and Stardust are just because most of the time you want to summon back your Mannadium tuners. So if my opponent tries to activate something onto this, I just summon the Stardust by Excel's effect on chain link 3, which means I then get to immediately synchro summon into a 10 anyways, or whatever level I'm choosing, and make my plays. Then for level 10s, I'm playing 1 Barone, 1 Dissipator, and 1 Chaos Angel. I don't think there's really any other 10s that you need to play. Changing is a card, but with as much as this deck does, I don't think it needs changing. I think changing can just be overkill. But if you don't have the Chaos Angel or the Barone, you could just substitute the changing for that anyways. So then for my Synchro 12s, I am playing 1 Crimson Dragon, 1 Hot Red Dragon, and 1 Ultimazea Zoken. Ultimazea Zoken is really good because although Crimson Dragon can summon out your Crystal Wing, Ultimazea Zoken can too. So when you search the reframing and then you summon Ultimazea Zoken and then you set the reframing, you get to summon the Crystal Wing for free, which could be really huge because if you've already made your board and you wasted resources and then you get another monster for just setting a card, I mean, ooh, who's stopping you? And lastly, I am playing 2 copies of Vicious Astrolabe. There's a lot of times that you go through one and you need a second one, so it's not bad to play, but sometimes you only need one for your entire play, which means that on your opponent's turn you get to summon a second one and destroy a monster they potentially control. So it is a really good monster. And with that being said, guys, that was my Mannadium deck profile. I hope you guys liked it, but please tell me in the comments how I did, and if you guys have any questions or want to know more, you know to go down to the comment section as usual. And please, please, please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.